Hello everybody, welcome to GT Planet and welcome to another video here on our channel where I, Chaz, lead video producer for GT Planet, take on the daily races. We have an interesting selection of 3 races this week. The usual Group 4 and Group 3 races. The Group 4s are at the Red Bull Ring. I've done that one before. It was a little bit chaotic to say the least. We also have Deep Forest in the Group 3s. That's another race that I've done before, where I think it was the one where I forgot about having a mandatory pit stop. I wondered how I'd made a strategy work and then got a massive penalty at the end and absolutely foobarred it. This time though, we're going to race A this week. It's the usual format of it being a specified car for a very short sprint race, and it is the Sardegna road track, the B layout here, in the Ford Escort RS Cosworth from 1992. It's one of my favourite cars in Gran Turismo 7. It came in one of the latest updates to the game, and it's an absolute hooligan of a machine. But because it's a slower car, the racing is usually very good in one-make machines like this because you've got more time to think about everything and react to what everyone's doing. Admittedly, this is going to be the second one of these I've done today. I recorded the previous one, and after making changes to my audio setup, this microphone was not picking up jack. I have already done a qualifying time, as you can see up in the top right corner there, 1:40.641. But what I want to do is, enter in 2 minutes, of course, and then go qualifying and see whether I can get under a 1:40. In the last race, I started 9th on the grid, had a fantastic battle. It was really good fun, actually. I've got a little bit of footage of it here, a little bit of door-to-door stuff going on, but I want to do a little bit better in terms of the qualifying, start nearer the sharp end of the order, and see what we can do, because it's a very, very tricky circuit to get right in a road car like this. Okay, so we'll enter, and then we'll go straight into a qualifying time trial, see whether I can beat that 1:40. Now, one of the main things to remember around this lap is that second gear is too short for a lot of the corners, so you have to remain in third for the majority of the lap, occasionally going up into fourth gear. Oh, my brake pedal's doing this thing again. The brake pedal, I use the Thrustmaster TGT2 brake pedal. The pedals are very, very light, but they do come with a little rubber stopper that means that you have to put quite a bit of force on to get full braking force, and it means that you can just rest your foot on it, use most of the travel up, and get about 70 to 80% braking input, and that's just about where you'd want, so you don't always hit the ABS and don't slam on completely. I mean, look there, look. You can still be nice and smooth onto the brakes, not so smooth off it, obviously. But for some reason, it doesn't always register at the start of a session in Gran Turismo 7 that I'm putting a lot of force on. It only tends to go to about 40%. It's really strange. Anyway, this is a tricky corner. This is where I had a little bit of argy-bargy in the previous race. You've got to be very patient getting on the throttle. It's certainly a corner where you want to drop the revs back up. No, that's not the right way of saying it, is it? Drop down, spike the revs and get the acceleration, but it doesn't actually help in the long run. It's better to stay in third gear. It was, well, clear to me that it was anyway. Flat down here, you've got to brake a lot earlier than you expect here, about the 125 metre mark. Down into second gear, lift off the throttle for a minute, let the car naturally turn in, and then that horrible upshift, can't get my words out today, that horrible upshift up the hill, feels painful, but trust me, you've just got to deal with it, it's part and parcel. Around here a little bit of a lift, just to help it around. So many people went off in that earlier race on the right hand side there, and then again, final corner, one that you don't want to overdo because so many people got penalties on the right, myself included. Don't know if I'm going to beat that 1:40.6, or am I? No, the line is a lot further down than you think. I was a second off it. Down the gears nice and smooth. Again, this section kind of difficult. You've got to lift off a little bit just to get some rotation in there, but keep some throttle on and hard onto the brakes here. Smooth over the crest of the hill. Listen to the turbocharger whistling away. You can really utilise the whole jab the throttle to get the front in thing around here. Something I've always done on Gran Turismo games from day dot until Gran Turismo 7. Certainly works better in road cars like this. That initial turn-in was lovely there. We're a second up, but I'm not sure it's going to be enough for the... Oh, no. That's surely going to be a telling off. And the interesting thing about these qualifying sessions is that the penalty comes up, you get a track limits penalty, and you then serve it by hitting the sort of slowdown marker on the next lap. Never mind it, let me keep it. That's hot into there, Chaz. Come on. Suddenly went from being 0.7 of a second up to only 2. Sorry, I'm really concentrating. Trying to get that sub 140. We're almost on course to do it at the moment. I'm not sure that final corner will be kind to me this time though. Oh, well too hot into there. Look at that. Awful. Ah, what am I doing? And of course a penalty to go with it. It's one of those horrible corners where you're starting to brake just as you turn in, and then you want to come off the brakes and get the car to do its thing, but if you come off too quickly, like it's very easy to do on these pedals, the car just has this horrible four-wheel drift that it does. Sometimes it grips up and it turns in and it's beautiful. Other times, no. See what I mean there about coming off the throttle and just getting the front end to come in? I'll do it again around here. Trail brake a little bit on the way in, and then look, ready, on, off. It just starts to turn in. That quick blip, in some cars it works, in others it obviously doesn't, but in most cars in Gran Turismo, whatever, I've always found that it works. Turned in well early there. I was a bit harder on the brakes that time round. The time is definitely there, I'm able to do it. Oh good lord, that was wobbly. The thing is now, is that this penalty is going to ruin my lap. Not even just the one I'm on, I mean the next one as well. That was delightful through there. But look. Okay, the time is there, I can do it. I like chasing lap times like this, especially in road cars where there's a very sort of small window of, I don't know what that was, a small window of performance. Okay, quicker out of there. It's so easy to watch that little timer in the bottom. Oh, I probably didn't need that second lift there actually. But it's okay. This is feeling good this lap. Not too shabby at all. Just need a good run out of the final corner now. Oh no, look. That cheated run that I got. Oh, is it going to be enough? I don't think it is. Oh, it's going to be so close. It's mere thousandths. There it is. No. Oh, I'm going to be thousandths off. 140.008, but we've got a better run onto the start-finish straight now, so let's see if I can replicate that. It's quite exciting, isn't it? Oh, but hot into there, though. And lose time there. Yeah, lost a load of time. Onto the throttle early around there, though. Hasn't resulted in a better run, that's interesting. Oh, no, maybe it has. Get a little bit ahead of myself there. Definitely getting ahead of myself there. On the throttle way too early. Just throwing away lap time now. Gained a little bit back there. Oh, I don't like that though. Nothing will beat that run out of the final corner that I got earlier. But that should be a comfortable sub 1 minute 40. Get in, 1:39.5. Okay, so we'll move forward now, go into the race, take that with us as our qualifying time, and see where that'll put us on the grid. Right then, whereabouts on the grid are we? 6th, by the look of it, so right in the middle of the pack this time. So all of that time that I gained, 1.1 seconds, was not enough to really move me right up to the sharp end. We've got a lot of DRA drivers, a lot of highly rated safety rating drivers, which is good to see. Seems like the one to keep an eye out for in this session is ASD Motorsport. But still, I'm excited for this. There's someone beeping in the background already. I got a lot of beeps at me in the first one after some of that contact, but it happens. It happens. Sometimes I find the beeping annoying, sometimes I find it funny. It depends on the car. These have got a hilarious sounding horn. I love that Texaco livery on the pole sitter's car. That looks fantastic. Actually, to be fair, he was in the previous race that I did. You can hear the ones that have had modified exhaust and things put on them, can't you? They make a right racket. Let's see what this has got in store then, shall we? Everybody's going to dive into the slipstream straight away, and ASD has decided to pull over. It's a strange one. Okay. Well, that's a freebie. Up into 5th position already. Person in front is clearly a YouTuber. So easy to overdo it around those first corners and here as well when you're trying to chase people. cash on the gravel. One make racing like this can be so exciting, but at the same time it can be a real stalemate sometimes. Have to see who starts to lose their head as the race goes on. Hopefully not me. Oh god, I'm losing my head as we're getting into the next corner. Oh no, these guys have run deep. Not going to go for the move yet. I want him to catch back up with the cars ahead. And by that I mean I want him to get on with it, son. Come on. Make it clear that I'm not going for a move yet. Oh, I don't want to touch him. Don't touch him. Come on. If I get the run, I'm just going to push him a little bit. We need to go forward here. If we start battling, then we're just going to lose that lead pack. To be fair, it's not much of a pack at the moment either. It's the lead 2. And then the third place driver. Sorry, I was concentrating on braking. We're going to start getting held up by this guy, aren't we? I don't want to be here. This is not the battle that I want. I want to be further up the order. I hope he doesn't take that push the wrong way. That's my signal to go forward. And he's not going forward. He's giving me space though. You can see him move to the left there to make sure he didn't come over on me. I had to really get out of that then to make sure I didn't hit the back of him. If we get the slipstream now, I'm going to go for a move. I say if we get the slipstream. You know what I mean. Give him loads of room on the right. Right, now let's try and break away a little bit. Away from no one like that, Chaz. Oh, don't put your nose there. What are you doing? Hello. I was more hoping that we could get away from him, to be honest. I bottled that. It's turned into a good battle, but we should really have been trying to work together to get to the front. I don't think in a race this long you can think about that, though. Now I've got to think about the car behind as well, which is going to put the two of us under pressure here. Jay Needham. Wonder if that's my friend Joshua Needham. Real world racing driver. He used to race in Sports 2000 prototypes. He used to commentate on it. It'd be funny if it was. Him and his dad both raced. Peter Needham as well. Lovely, lovely family. A little overlap on my left there. That's now gone. You could hear from the turbocharger then. I was taking a few stabs at the throttle to get it going. Oh, he's on the throttle a little bit early. This is a really good battle, you know. I moaned before about not going for the lead, but this is a really, really good scrap. Oh, come on, son. There's a scrap going on ahead as well, so if anything happens there, we could make more of this. But we're really catching those leaders, actually. Oh, I've gone too wide through there. Hopefully there's no silly move down the inside from the car behind me. He's going to be hoping for the slipstream and a run on the exit, and he's got one. Or has he? It's a dead heat ahead of us. Still quite an interesting race, some great battling going on there. Don't know where Mr. Cash is going. Well, that was not what I had hoped for, but still, that was just as an exciting race as I had earlier on. Great battling, really close stuff. Hats off to Mr. Cash, really, really fair and clean. And that's what you want in the daily races, isn't it? You want a fair, clean race like that. As ever, you too can take on the daily races so long as you have Gran Turismo 7 and online access to get onto sport mode within the game. And I hope you do go and do so and enjoy it, because it's good fun. Really good fun. So, thanks as always for watching us here on GT Planet. Thanks for watching me, Chaz Dracop, and I'll hopefully see you again very soon in another video. Have a great day.